What's going on, you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Trello to manage projects big and small. So whatever you do, whatever field you're in, Trello can be a useful tool to manage both personal projects and team projects. I'm just going to show you how it's done. I'm going to show you how I've used it in the past. So let's get right into it. First, enter Trello. It's going to look something like this after you've created your account, except you probably won't have all of these boards like I do. I have boards for all sorts of different things right now. It's actually a little bit unorganized. I should probably clean it up. But let me just show you today how you can make a board for any project that you're about to tackle. So let's say, for instance, you're building a house. Now, I don't know much about building a house, but I know a few of the components that go into it. So I'm just using this as an example. You could use this for building a website, building a house, or even just like painting the walls in your house. Anything that has multiple steps and like checklists within it, you can use this to manage your project for it. So I'm just going to start by clicking this plus button up here so that I can create a new board. And you can start by adding an image in here. So I like to go into here, hit see more by photos, and you can actually add an image that's relevant to whatever your project is. So let's just say house. So building a house, right? I'm just going to click that one. And now that's in our background. I'm going to add a title. So building the house. All right. I'm going to take it off this board, this team board. I'm going to make sure it's private because I don't want it going out there in the search results. And I'm going to create board. All right. Next, what you want to do is start creating lists. Now, these lists are just going to be the different steps of the project. All right. So within these steps, there are going to be like little tasks, but I'm just talking about the big steps right now. So I've listed out all of the different sort of lists that we need to create when we're building a house. All right. So first of all, planning the house, you need to sketch out what you're looking for. Then you need to hire architect to sketch a proper draft. And again, guys, I'm not a professional at planning a house or anything like that. I'm just listing out how I would imagine it goes, just to illustrate the power of Trello really quick. Now, within these different cards that you add, you can actually add lists. So once you click into them, you can add both descriptions. So maybe in here, you just want to have a short list of all of the architects that you've looked at and their phone numbers. So name of architect 1, and then maybe you have architect 2, and then you have their phone, email, things like that, just so you can contact them and talk to them about your project. And then maybe you have a checklist, right? So meet with architect, hire them, and so on. And if your architect wants to have access to your Trello board, maybe they have, maybe you have on the checklist a checklist for the architect. You can add another checklist here, and you can go even more drilled down. So you can like say add bathroom, add foyer, and you can actually just assign these tasks right here to your architect if you were to click on these. And you can even add a due date. So maybe the final draft you want due at a certain time, you can add a due date. Now, once you're done with this, you can actually just check off all of these items. And when you see that it's green, you know that it's complete. All right. Now, maybe sketching out what you're looking for. Maybe when you're done with that, you're just going to archive it. And you can also archive this when you're done too. I'm just going to leave it there for now, but then we need to start creating the different cards for laying the foundation. So we would enter task 1, task 2. And there's all sorts of moving parts, all sorts of people. You've got suppliers, you've got builders, you've got planners, all kinds of people. If they need to work on a project, Trello is a great place to do it. Now, let me show you guys a quick way to use this if you're managing multiple projects and you want to keep track of all of them. So let's say you're working on lots of different websites, for instance, and you have lots of different people responsible for different parts of the website. All right. One way that you can do this is by hitting the plus, creating a board, and you can make a board that's no team, private, and let's just say all websites. All right. What you can do here is you can add different lists for responsibilities. So maybe you have Carter, that's me. So I am Carter's tasks. Do John's tasks, Pages tasks, Julie's tasks. And then within these, you would have, different cards, and you can move them from person to person. So let's say there's a main project. Let's say there's build website for Thompson Home Improvement. And within that, there are multiple checklists. So there's a checklist for Carter. And maybe I need to complete the checklist first before anyone else can. So let's say my job is to mock up website and meet with owner, right? And I could add things to my list, right? I could add things like initial meeting, onboarding, mock-up approval. And then once I've completed all of my tasks here, right, we can move it over to John, because maybe now John has to build the site, right? So it would be building the site, right? And in building the site, John would have to create menus, create pages, etc., etc. Right? And as John got that complete, he could finish this section. And then the next person might have a checklist, and so on. So that's one way to do it if you have like multiple people working on multiple projects. And you could just have like another one in here, for instance. So build website for Higher Haven, meditation. And within that, you could do the same thing. You could just add multiple checklists. You can put notes in here, and you just move this down the line as it goes. Now, another thing you can do is you can actually label these. So if, let's say there's a label that you guys have set for if there's a problem. So if there's like a problem or the project is stuck, maybe we throw the red label on there, right? If a project is complete, maybe we throw the blue label on there. All right. And that just goes to show like a brief overview of where the project is at. So if it's red, maybe I come in here and I see, hey, what's going on? We're stuck on the creating pages, right? So it's red, we're stuck on creating pages. John is having trouble creating the pages. Let's figure out what's going on there. Like, let's figure out what's wrong. And you can also add comments in here, right? So if there's some sort of thing that comes up, they could say, website bug preventing me from creating pages, save, and that would just be kind of like an update here. So as you can see, it's super flexible. It's super easy to work with teams in Notion. Another way that you can label these is actually as stages, okay? So let's say I'm creating like a YouTube video and it's going through many different stages. What I would do is I would just create a board. I'd call it YouTube video progress. I'm gonna make it change team. I'm gonna go personal for now because I don't want it in my other boards. And I might call this first section here ideas. Okay, so these are like my ideas for YouTube videos. And then from there we have outlines. So these are like more formative ideas that have been completed kind of, and they're like for sure going to become videos. And then we have filming, editing, posting. All right, so there's different stages of the project, right? So I would add a card for each video. So let's say I have a Notion project management tutorial, and that's a video idea that I wanted to create. And then maybe I have another idea for a video about how to make bread or something along those lines, right? So I could go into these and I can actually add the outline once I have the outline ready. So like, let's say this is just ideas right now. I just dump as many ideas as I can in here. So how to tie a tie, how to work out from home, how to use Notion, how to blah, blah, blah. And then every once in a while, I'm going to look at these ideas and I'm going to say, okay, which ideas are the best ones? I want to do how to tie a tie, how to work out from home, and how to make bread, let's say. All right. So I click into here and I can actually add an outline here in the description. So I'm just going to write outline and I can just say, first, how to tie a tie. I'm going to show a visual of me tying one quickly. And then within that, I'm going to make sure that I add overlay text, add subscribe button in corner. So little things like that. I just add notes and I try to visualize how I want the video to look in my head. And the next thing I might say is step by step. And then I do step 1. And then within step 1, I can kind of just talk about how to tie the tie. Step 2, and so on, right? So once that's complete, you can just hit save. Now it's an outline, all right? And once it's an outline and it has that text down there, you can drag it to filming. So now it's ready to be filmed. And from here, you can create a checklist, all right? So I create the checklist based on the outline. So filming checklist. I look at the outline and I see, hey, I need a full video of me tying the tie. I need step 1. I need step 2. I need step 3, step 4, and then maybe I need some B-roll of tying it outside. B-roll tying it in a car, right? Things like that. And then once the filming is complete and we've gone through all these steps, it's all filmed, we can move it over to the editing section. And then the editing section, we can add checklists for that. So editing checklist, right? And so on. So I'm just going to have task 1, task 2, task 3. And then once it's done here, of course, I'm assuming you guys are getting the pattern now. You'd move it over to the posting section. And in here, you can actually really quick just create another checklist, posting checklist, for instance. And you have the tasks in here, and you can check them off. And then once it's complete, if you want to, you can just leave it in posting, or you could create a complete section here and drag it over there. And then you could kind of add in, anything else that you want, right? Like maybe you want to do a post, kind of like a post review. So after the video is up, like how did the stats go? So if the video did well, maybe you just note video did well. We should make another one similar to this. All right, so you kind of have a post review. And that's another way that you can do projects, like moving project, idea, outline, filming, editing, posting, complete.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to manage projects in Trello. Trello has helped me so much throughout the years of running my business and creating YouTube videos and things like that. It's really just helped me stay super organized. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment below, let me know if you guys want to see other videos like this. Also subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.